Good morning, students. You all are welcome in Omkar English Medium School's digital classroom. So, for you, I have tried a new type of video, and I think so you will like that. So now, without wasting too much time, let me go on our topic. This is the topic. So here, last time we have learned that how to represent any number on the number line. And today we have to learn the rationalization. So actually this rationalization last time we have done already last year in 8th standard, and rationalization is nothing but if denominator is in this format. See here today actually I am not able to write because uh, in this PDF file right now I cannot edit, and even I don't have pen tab also. So my cursor, when I will move my cursor, so at that point you have to focus. And today I hope video and the voice box quality should be better in compare of previous videos. So now little bit problem is that today I cannot write anything. So I have just opened the solution PDF. Actually I never use solution PDF, but as I told you I am not able to write anything, so that I have opened solution PDF. So where my cursor is moved, okay, so at that point you have to focus. So right now on the second question you can see cursor is moving, so you have to focus on that point. So now this is fifth question, from there we have to start, and one previous question I have skipped, so that is very much easy to represent one number, that is 9.3. fourth question right now I'm talking about. So that question you have to present one number lines. Before this video so many times I have explained you how to represent any number on the number line. So I hope you can solve that question. If you are not able to solve, so you can contact me anytime. So now let us come on fifth question. So rationalization is, as per our tradition of mathematics generally, we cannot write under root terms, and the mix under terms here you can see this is in denominator. Here you can see root 7 minus root 6. So there are two roots and there is subtraction relation between them. So as per tradition of our mathematics, this is not the wrong. So now if you will ask me, sir, what is the requirement to rationalize this term? So actually there is not requirement of any, but as per our tradition, in denominator we don't write this type of terms, means under root and the multiplication of under root, summation and subtraction of the under root, and also that we generally don't write. So if you want to remove these roots and all, so you have to do rationalization. For example, first question here you can see 1 upon root 7. Okay, 1 upon root 7. So here in denominator you can see there is root 7. So now if you want to remove that root 7, means that should be only 7, not root 7. So what you can do? So very simple. I have previously also explained you that two same roots will meet. So the same number you will get. For example, root 7 multiply with the same number, means root 7 into root 7. So root 49 and the square root of 49 is not 7 only. So that if you want to remove this number in denominator, this root, if you want to remove, so with the same number you have to multiply, but as per tradition, otherwise you can say as per rule of mathematics, you have to multiply both sides, not only with denominator, otherwise not only with numerator. With numerator and denominator at both places you have to multiply. So here you can see here I have multiply root 7 upside and downside. So what will come in numerator? root 7, and what will come in denominator? 7 only, because here you can see the same two roots are multiplied. Okay, two same roots are multiplied, so the single number will form. So root 7 by 7, and that's your answer only. So simply what here we have done, from the denominator we have just removed the roots. Okay, let's come on second question. So here 1 upon root 7 minus root 6. So now here you can see in previous question there is only one term, but here there are two terms. When the two terms are there, and if you want to rationalize, so the number should be same. From the denominator the number should be same, but the sign must be opposite. So for example, here you can see root 7 minus root 6, so that should be root 7 plus root 6. Here you can see there is minus sign, so in our answer it should be plus sign. Okay, one more example, here you can see root 5 plus root 2. So here there is plus sign, root 5 plus root 2, so here should be opposite sign, root 5 minus root 2. Okay, so now root 5 minus root 2, here the same sign we have to multiply upside and downside both, because as just we have discussed, as in only denominator or in only numerator you cannot multiply whatever what the things you people are doing. So you have to do both side, upside and downside both. So why? Because if I cancel out these things, see this is one separate term, root 7 plus root 6. Here right now you can see my cursor is scrolling here. So root 7 plus root 6, if you do bracket here, okay, and in the denominator also if you put bracket, so it will become one term, and this numerator and full denominator you can cancel out. And if it will cancel out, so again the same term will come, because as I inform you, in question you cannot do any kind of changes. Okay, so next is okay. So now let's simplify. Let's come on second question. Root 7 plus root 6 into 1, so numerator will remain same only, root 7 plus root 6 only, but in denominator now root 7 minus root 6 and root 7 plus root 6, it means what? One time plus, one time minus. This is like a plus b and a minus b. Say plus b and a minus b means what? One time plus and one time minus means what? A square minus b square. These things we have learned in last standard, 8th standard. Okay, so here a square means 7 square, means root 7 square. Root 7 square is what? That is 7 only. And the same kind, root 6 square is what? So that is 6 only. So now very simple, 7 minus 6, that is 1, and generally in denominator 1 we don't write. Okay, so your answer is root 7 plus root 6. So now see the difference between your question and in your answer. So in question it's 1 upon root 7 minus root 6, and in answer root 7 plus root 6. So this concept is very much useful in competitive exams, especially. For example, if you give Olympiad, generally you give now Olympiad. Last time also you people have given some Olympiads. The maths Olympiad also was there. So in competitive exam, the level of questions are little bit high. So these basic concepts if you know, so easily you can solve the questions. So sometimes we'll take that kind of questions also, that how to solve these questions using short tricks, and in competitive exam which kind of questions generally asked, that also we'll discuss, but not right now, but that I will discuss afterward. So here, in short, it means that 1 upon root 7 minus root 6, if anywhere if you see in life, means the numbers can be changed, but pattern should be same only. So if you see this kind of things, so it means that root 7 plus root 6. So now here again the same question, but just numbers are different. So here you can see root 5 plus root 2. Okay, so 1 upon root 5 plus root 2. So opposite sign you have to take. In numerator and denominator you have to multiply. So here you can see root 5 minus root 2, because here it's given plus root 2, so now here you have to take minus root 2. So root 5 minus root 2. So now root 5 minus root 2, and in denominator now again a plus b, and this is a minus b. Okay, so root 5 into root 5 is what? That is 5 only. And root 2 into root 2 is what? That is 2 only. So now very simple, 5 minus 2, so it's 3. So our answer is root 5 minus root 2 upon 3. And same kind, there is the fourth question, so easily you can solve. Actually answer is in front of you, but you don't have to see the answer, you have to solve yourself. So fourth question, it's in homework, so that you can solve easily. And if you have problems, so you can call me anytime. So now next exercise we have to start, that is exercise 1.6. So up to 1.5 we have completed. 1 minute. 1 minute. Yes, up to 1.5 we have completed, and now we have to start next exercise, that is 1.6. so that you can see here. Okay, so you have to find some roots, means here square root, in second question it's fifth root, in third question there is cube root. This you have to find. So actually this is a chapter from power and exponent. So this chapter we have learned in last standard. So that in last standard I was saying that learn this all things properly. It is very much useful. It will come in your upcoming standards. So this is the applications. Last year we have learned the properties and applications also, but here the properties they will not give, means the formulas and all things they will not give. So directly they have given the properties. So questions are here in front of you and you have to get the answer. It's very much simple. So without wasting time, let me start question number first. You have to find square root of 64. So answer is very much simple, as you all know. That's it only, and generally this kind of questions don't ask in exam also. But then also you have to write in fair book. Now second question, here you can see the fifth root of 32. So first you have to find the factors of 32. So here you can see 32 is what? 5 time multiplication of 2, and there is 1 by 5th, means 5th root you can consider. Here one in the form of power. See here you can see 1 by 5 is what? It is a form of power. 1 by 2 is what? That is a form of power. 1 by 3 is what? That is a form of power. So in this type, if in a form of power any number is given, so in 1 by especially 1 by 2, 1 by 5, 1 by 3, so you have to consider it that root. That root means here 1 by 2 means second root, means square root. 1 by 5 here in second question, 1 by 5, 1 by 5 means what? Fifth root. 1 by 3 is what? Third root, means cube root. Okay, so here 5 times 2 is there, and fifth root you have to consider, so 2 raised to 5, and the same thing you have to write again. 2 by 5 it's written because here multiplication of 2 5 times, so 2 by 5 is there, and 1 by 5 in question it was given, so the same thing we have written. So now 5 and 5 will cancel, so only 2 will remain, so 2 is the answer. So thing is that fifth root of 32 is nothing but 2 only, and same kind it's 125, so you all know 125 is 5 to 5, so 5 cube, and here 1 by third root, so 3 and 3 is cancelled, so 5 raised to 1 is 5 only, so 5 is your answer. So these all things, question number 2 here you can see. So some questions I will solve, and remaining which I don't solve, that you have to solve. Here you can see first question. This all thing I am going fast today because thing is that these all things you have learned in your previous standard, so there is no need to waste too much time, because see, this is I am just trying on this platform. This is the first video on this platform, so this video is not going to be too much long. Means this our lecture is actually 40 minutes, but this video is not going to be 40 minutes. I will make a short video for trial, 20 to 25 minutes only. Okay, so because if this video is successful, after recording this video I will just listen. If this video is successful, so on this platform only we will work, because I hope you will also like this platform. So now let me come again on track. 9 raised to 3 by 2. So first here it is given, see, in this kind of question when it is given like 3 by 2, 3 by 2 means it means that first we have to find the denominator, and after finding the denominator whatever answer will come, then you have to find the numerator again. 3 by 2 it means that 3 by 2th root, otherwise you can consider 3 by 2nd root, but 3 by 2nd root is what? First you have to find the square root, because every time you have to consider denominator first. Here 2, so 2 is denominator, so that you have to consider. Here 5 is denominator, so that you have to consider. Here 4 you have to consider, and as well as here 3 you have to consider. So here whatever number is given, whichever number is given, here 9 is given, 32, then 16 is given, and then 125 is given, so you have to find that root. Means here 9 is given and 2 means 1 by 2 actually. Here you can see it's 1 by 2. So you have to find the square root, means the second root of 9, and square root of 9 is what? 3 only, and then you have to consider about the numerator. See, this question, this kind of question were not come last year, so this is new kind of question, so that I am going in that much brief. So let me explain again. This is 3 cube is very much simple, 27. So now let me take second question. So 2 by 5. So now students will confuse that 2 by 5 means what? Which root we have to find first? We have to find this is in numerator. Numerator means square, square of 32, and this is in denominator, so it means 1 by 5. 1 by 5 means fifth root. So this is the square and this is the fifth root. So what you have to find first? Square you have to find, means the first you have to, if you do wrong, some see generally students like do this thing, you will find the square of 32. So I don't have pen right now, pen tab actually, because our general routine pen will not work in this platform. So it should be pen tab, but that I don't have right now. So thing is that you have to just visualize some things. So here 32 and this is 2, so square of 32, if you find the square of 32, that will be more than 950, more than 950. So if you find that thing, and if you take the square root of more than 950, for example, it's a 964, 32 square is 964, and if you find the square fifth root of 964, the answer will wrong, because first we have to consider always about the denominator. So first we have to find the fifth root of 32. So that you can see here, fifth root of 32, and whatever your answer is comes, so then you have to find the square root. So here fifth root of 32, just we have seen in previous question. Here you can see this is the fifth root of 32. Here you can see fifth root of 32, so that is 2 only. So here let me come again. So here fifth root of 32, okay, here fifth root of 32 is 2, directly answer is written, and 2 square, so that is 4. So it's your answer. And now third question, here you can see, so 16 raised to 3 by 4. So now 16 raised to 3 by 4 means first what you have to find? The fourth root of 16. Here you can see the fourth root of 15 and the cube of that. So fourth root of 15 is very much simple. Fourth root of 16 is very much simple too, and the 2 cube is 8. And like same only fourth answer also you can get. First you have to find, see, first of all you have to consider, you have to write in proper format, because this is minus power, and in last year also you have learned that x raised to minus 1, x raised to minus 1 means what? Equal to 1 upon x. Okay, as I told you, you have to visualize something. So 1 upon x, so this full term, okay, this full term will come 1 upon, so here you can see 1 upon 125. Now it's, we have written in denominator, so minus power will become plus, and it's actually cube root you can consider. 1 by 3 power means what? Cube root. So cube root of 125 is what?